The Google Pixel Watch, after 1 month of use, I didn't think we were going to get a sale, at least not according to the email that we got from Google, but sure enough, link will be in the description. Best Buy's got it $50 off, so instead of $349 for the non-LTE version, you're paying $299. And while that's not a run, don't walk sale, it at least is worth a conversation that we're going to have today about this device, because I do think there is a lot to like here. It just comes down to the price point that you're willing to pay. Now, if you are a Google Pixel person, if you bleed that red, green, yellow, and blue, well, first off, find yourself a doctor. Get it? But if you're somebody who just loves Pixel stuff and you were looking for an excuse to jump on, I think you're going to be happy for that $299. So this sale is certainly for you, because there is a lot to like here. But it's a situation where it's actually less than the sum of its parts, where things are usually more than the sum of their parts, because they have wonderful hardware in here. It's a great design, which we'll talk about in a moment, but the advertising didn't do themselves any favors with what it said it could do and what it actually does. There's a conflict there. There's if you treat this more like a regular smartwatch, like I did originally with my Apple Watch, I think you're going to be quite happy. But if you go with the advertising image that they've given you for this device, I think that's where you're going to be disappointed. So let's talk about the hardware, because it's very nice. Love this design. Fantastic. The materials are premium. Everything is nice about it. If you're somebody who's an analog watch wearer, mechanical watch wearer, it could be digital, could be analog, could have hands, whatever it happens to be, this is the most natural transition for you in terms of jumping over to a smartwatch. It doesn't feel that big on the wrist. I'll go ahead and put it on. In fact, when I think about face sizes and case sizes, 41 millimeters is right around where I want to be usually, 41, 42 on my wrist. It looks good. It's a nice, it feels like a natural transition. It feels like I'm wearing a regular watch. And you could go on the design about it as well. You could dress this one up. You could dress it down. I'm looking forward to the different straps you put on here. In fact, I'm looking forward to maybe even throwing a NATO on here at some point. I think that's going to be a nice look. And you can see with the crown there and the feedback that you get on the crown, the screen itself. But you could take these, I've seen these pictures of the Apple Watch Ultra rather, and all these massive smartwatches now. Apple Watch Ultra is 49 millimeters with a face. Titanium, all the rest of it, that orange button. You could try to dress, I've seen people try to do it. You could try to dress that thing up all you want. It doesn't fit. Doesn't work. I've seen people try to put that on with a suit and all the rest of it. You could try all you want. It doesn't work. This is a watch that you could take out to dinner, wear to that wedding, that event, night out, and feel like it absolutely has a place there and fits in well. Battery life. Again, if you're not somebody who's using it for all the things that they advertise, so if you're not using it for sleep tracking, if you're not using it for workout and Fitbit stuff 24 hours a day, it's going to be fine. I don't know when we got into this habit of having the always-on display on these smartwatches. I've never done that. I know that's a more recent thing. I know that Galaxy smartwatches can handle it. I know the new Apple Watches can handle it, but that was never something that I cared about. When I'm looking at it, I want it on. When I'm not looking at it or my wrist is at my side, I don't care. So that's something that if you treat it like that, you're going to be fine. You can see this was taken off. It's 4:04 now. This was taken off the charger at 9 a.m. this morning, and there you go, 81%. It'll absolutely get you through your day as long as your day is using it like a casual smartwatch and not this heavy lifestyle watch, which is weird because that's what they were promoting. That's what they were coming at you with. So that's where you're going to get disappointed. Let's talk about that integration with Fitbit. Integration. I use that term loosely. They needed to come at me with, we bought Fitbit. Here's the benefit. You ready? You never have to pay for that premium subscription ever again. You never have to pay for the app. You pay full boat for this, and the app comes with it. That's the benefit that you're going to get for buying a Pixel Watch from the people who own Fitbit. It's not what we got. We got a high-priced device, and the integration was spotty at best. When you go through here, there's a lot of redundancy sometimes even. You got to download that Fitbit ECG yourself. There's some other Fitbit stuff in here, but it feels like just any other smartwatch that has Fitbit apps. And that's not quite what we were sold. We were sold a tighter integration, a closer integration that we just didn't get with this device. Now that's okay. Like I said, not worth $349, but at $299, if you know that going in, If you're not somebody that's recording a workout every 10 seconds, then this might be for you because the battery will last. It's nice. It's premium. I love the way they do the bands. In case you haven't seen that, you've been living under a rock or something like that. Look at that. See that on the side, on the bezel there? You go ahead, you clack that, and you're off. And then you can swap out a band for something else. I'm looking forward to those bands that are just adapters for regular bands, so you can put regular watch bands on here as well. Wear OS 3, best version of Wear OS. The smoothest version of Wear OS. That's not saying a whole hell of a lot, and I know that. But it is something that you get to take advantage of. It's nice. I love the app integration in on the Pixel itself. We'll go ahead and pull up the Pixel 7 here, Pixel 7 Pro, and you can see it. Just an overall nice app, clean app. You get to use everything. You can put everything in here. Watch faces, tiles. You can choose which apps are on there and how it operates. Watch faces are nice. I keep it simple because I want that bezel to kind of be seamless in here on the side of it, and the black kind of molding in to the side with the watch face. I like that design. Great display, by the way. Gets plenty bright outdoors. You're going to have no problems whatsoever. Indoors, of course not. But it is super clear. It's very nice. High resolution. Great display. Notifications have gotten better. Now, I don't know if that's an update with the watch or if that's an update with the app. But the integration and the notifications have gotten a heck of a lot better over the course of the last month. At first, they were a little weird. You know, sometimes you got notifications, sometimes it worked well, sometimes it didn't. But now they've been pretty seamless, and I've been happy with that at least on the Pixel Watch. Bluetooth was never an issue for me. Bluetooth, this is one of the best smartwatches for Bluetooth that I've ever used. When it died out, if the battery was at 0, the second this gets a percentage of charge, like 10%, and turns itself back on, the Pixel 7 Pro knows it's back on immediately, reconnects itself. A lot of times with other devices, with Apple devices, even especially the Galaxy devices, you'd have to wake it back up. You'd have to go back into the app, try to repair it and all the rest of it. Nothing like that here. I've had nothing but success with the pairing and the Bluetooth and the connectivity with my Pixel Watch, which is really great because a lot of smartwatches don't have that. Overall, you're going to be pleased. Overall, I do think you'll enjoy it. That was never the question. The question was always, is it worth the money? And just clarifying before, you do have to pay the Fitbit Premium the way it's situated now. I wish that weren't the case, but you do have to pay that monthly fee after whether 6 months or a year that you get for free. But that's an inconvenience. That's something that shouldn't happen if you own Fitbit. So those are the things that I'd love to see cleared up. But $299. Again, it's a conversation. It's something that I think you'll be pleased. It's not something that you're going to buy now at $299 and feel like you got ripped off. Not the case. It's too premium for that. It works too well for that. It feels too good on the wrist for that. But it's still something worth having a conversation about. It still is a personal choice. You don't feel like you're going to get ripped off, but it's still a lot of money for what it is. $249 I thought would have been great. $349 to me is still a no. $299 is that maybe, and it's going to be up to you. But I'm telling you, it feels good on the wrist. It's a good size. Don't worry about it. You're going to see the notifications just fine on this size. It's not something you have to worry about. You don't need a computer on your wrist. You don't need a 15-inch monitor. Like some of these Apple Watches and whatever, Galaxy Watches now have come in at 45 millimeters plus. You don't need that. You could get away with something like this. We've been doing it for years with regular analog watches and digital watches. This is just an extension of that, and that's part of that lifestyle brand that they were trying to sell you. I just wish they weren't so heavy on the Fitbit stuff and the sleep tracking stuff and all the rest of it, because the battery can't handle that. But it can handle regular smartwatch usage. And if you're somebody that has just regular usage, not overbearing on it, you're going to be fine. If you've made it this far, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Until next time, have that Steve-licious day.